Hello dear students, welcome to Strive Edge IAS. Hope dear student you all are doing well. Today we are going to discuss about 10th June the Hindu newspaper analysis. So here I am going to give you daily 5 to 6 tasks. So during while you are watching this video, note them down, and after completion of this video you can simply Google it and make note of it, and it is my promise you are going to score 20 to 30 marks extra in your prelims. So prelims should not be our headache. If you have practiced this 30 minutes or 45 minutes of daily task that I am going to give you, it is my guarantee you will get 20 to 30 marks, because all my attempt I always secured more than 20-25 marks than cut off, because of that is what I am following throughout my careers. Okay, so I am just going to recommend the same thing. So first one is 4 dead after falling off the Mumbai local train. So this is an incident where we need to invest more on the safety of the railway. So not much important, just you need to give this example of incident. Recently we have seen that so many accidents and people are falling from the train because of the lack of the safety feature, overcrowd in our train. So you can see the Mumbai locals where people are staying outside, they are staying outside the door. So there is a very severe danger to their lives. So we need to ensure automated door, just like the Vande Bharat or the metro, so that when train move there should not be anyone who are projecting outside. Okay, so it is important for your mains answer writing, not much important for the prelims. So government and Kukijo group discuss suspension of operation rule, will meet again next week. So recently there is a violence that is going on in Manipur. In Manipur there are 3 community. Manipur mein kitna community hai? So Naga, Kuki and Meiti. Meiti generally they resides in the plain area, Kuki and Naga hill area. So there is a conflict emerged because after their high court given a verdict that Meiti community should given the ST reservation. So because of that the Kuki they opposed, because they believe that Meiti will come and occupy all their lands. So due to that there is a severe protest erupt and there is a violence. Because of that so many people died, that is Kuki and Meiti group. So because of that recently all these disturbances started, but later on government tried to pacify them, and the then government led by Birender Singh not able to control that, and he resigned from the post, and now the Manipur is under the presidential rule. Okay, so this is all about not much important, but you just need to know about all these things. So they can ask about internal disturbances in our internal security topic. So Ministry of Home officials Monday discussed the change in the ground rule of suspension of operation agreement, opening the national highway and surrender of weapon at the meeting. Kuki jo Kuki the, they are actually loot lot of weapon from the government armor, and they are use that armor to fight against the security forces. At the meeting being held to hear the insurgents group in peace talk with the government since 2008, they convey about the ground rule violation, and were also asked to shut down, relocate the camp that is located near to the Meiti. So they are asked to there are, if any camp that is, this is Meiti population, if there any camp that is located close to the Meiti, so it is very easy for them to attack the Meiti. So now government said that you have to relocate this camp far off from the Meiti inhabitants, so that there should not be any disturbances. So then preliminary meeting discussed the roadmap for restoring normalcy in the northeastern states and finding lasting solution. Yes, we need to ensure the lasting solution, because north is already fragile region. So if any kind of disturbances, that is going to create more demand for autonomy and separate states, which is internal security threat for the India. So official added that the opening of national highway for free movement of vehicle from Meiti and vice versa. So we need to open the national highway, so that this the critical items like medicines and fruits, vegetables, they need to supply. So you need to know that National Highway 2 and 37, which was connecting landlocked Imphal Valley to the Nagaland and Assam respectively, critical for supplying critical other essential commodity, passes through the Kukijo. So they blocked it so that there cannot be any access to this you can say the Imphal Valley. So the talks that were affected due to the May 2023 ethnic violence in Manipur were held in national capital after a gap of 2 years. Okay, so I have already told you about the context, why this conflict is happened. So dear student, to get this highlighted infographics PDF that is we are making, I am spending around 3 to 4 hours to make this PDF for you. So you can simply scan this QR code and download, so that you'll get it and you can complete entire newspaper in just 45 minutes. So just scan this QR code and you'll join our application. From there you will get. So recently we have seen so many instances, cargo are either they're caught fire, or there is a sunken of the cargo in the Kerala coast. So this recent incident, cargo vessel ablaze of the Kerala coast, 4 crew missing and 18 saved. So joint rescue mission launched by the Indian Coast Guard and Indian Navy saved the lives of 18 persons from the cargo ship that caught fire nearly 88 nautical miles from the Kerala coast. So 2 crew member they are missing, sustained serious injury, while 4 other. So these are mostly the nationals of Taiwan, Indonesia and Myanmar. So we can say that instances increase, like some day back there is a ship that is sunken in the coast, name is MSC Ilsa 3. So they can ask about in a state PCS or UPSC. Recently you can say MSC Ilsa 3 is seen in news related to what, so they can ask this question also. So dear student, you can join our Dronacharya year-long mentorship program. So here you'll get interview appeared mentor, so we'll guide throughout your preparation. So don't late, because it is currently started, and you can avail 20% discount if you join now. Okay, so the discount is limited for limited period of time, so you can join and get benefit of it. And you can also join our daily answer writing program, and for the mains, those who are writing the mains, either you can, it's a completely flexible program, either you can write 2 questions per day, or you can write a full length in a week, or you can write two complete test in a 14 days. So you'll get quality evaluation by those who have already given the interview or selected candidates. So no need to pay 30,000 for the test series of your mains, so you can get at a very nominal fees, yet quality of evaluation is very high. You can join our UPSC prelims test series. Okay, so next is a new water harvesting model promised to help Rajasthan farmers. So there is a new water harvesting model, because Rajasthan is a desertic region and face the water shortage. So what is this new water harvesting structure? The dry heartland of Rajasthan transformative of rural water conservation model is set to benefit farmer in the upcoming monsoon, which rely on the 50 scientifically designed and climate resilient ponds at the Kukas village. So it claimed to be the 110 crore liter seasonal monsoon runoff conservation potential. Okay, so we can say as many as 250 ponds dig in the agricultural land of the Dausa. So actually क्या करते हैं ना, देखो, in land area we can have a pond at the corner, and we'll let that all the monsoon that is going to fall in the land, they will store here, and during dry season we can use this water to irrigate our field, so that round the year cropping can be possible. So nearly 99.4% of the agriculture land in Jaipur is depends on the groundwater for irrigation, because this is a dry land, and for agricultural we need to have irrigation. Okay, the district extract 2.2 times the water recharge, so that means it's over exploitation. So whatever we are recharging, we are extracting more water. So rain every year. So the project in the Kukas emphasizes sustainability and livelihood of the peasant, with focus on the availability of water for the irrigation. So the initiative involved constructing 10 feet deep plastic lined pond with 5% each farmer land, and reinforcing with fencing. So pond are designed to capture rainwater, ensuring year-round irrigation for Rabi and Kharif crop, enabling the return of sustainable livestock rearing and value horticulture products. So this is a very good initiative. So it is a way of ensuring sustainable agriculture. So catching the rainfall. So 14 to 21 lakh liter of good seasonal monsoon rainfall was flowing on utilized at every farm 1 hectare in Jaipur. So that continuous irrigation will help in recharging the groundwater. So whatever maybe the rainfall that is happening in a particular area, we need to catch that rainfall, and we need to recharge our pond, and during the lean season we can use that for having cropping or cultivation. So Kerala government plans to claim insurance over the ship accident. So recently there is an accident happened. The ship name is MSC Ilsa. So Kerala government is planning to ask for compensation or compensation from the insurance company. Okay? So because of this accident, so it is going to create lot of ecological harms to the not only the Kerala fishermen but larger goal. So if we can claim that you can say compensation from the insurance, we can use that money for cleaning up and protection of this environment. Okay, so next is Tamil Nadu launch office to focus on Soran, Andhra Pradesh. So this is not much important, but you can see one competing trend that is emerged among the state, that each state is competing with other to emerge as a developed nation. So we can say that this is a clear indication of competitive federalism. Each and every state, they are targeting something for 2047. Whenever each and every state grow at a very rapid rate, we can expect that our our nation will also grow very rapid rate. So it's a good thing that we are promoting competitive federalism. So dear student, next important topics is HEMA panel. Kerala High Court grant addition time to file report. So dear student, you need to know about HEMA panel. So recently there is a committee that is appointed in the Malayalam film industry to find how the film industry, they are exploiting the new actor for sexual exploitation, and you can say casting coach that is going on. So the finding of the HEMA panel is really shocking. They found that they are systemic exploitation of the new actor. They have to compromise for getting a lead role. So after that, Kerala government has filed FIR and started investigation regarding those who are involved in the sexual offense against the new actors. Okay. So Supreme Court refused to urgent hearing Tamil Nadu flee on the fund. This is not much important, but this can be important in your cooperative federalism. You can say that there is a conflict between Tamil Nadu and the central government on the release of the fund for education. So you can say that Supreme Court on declining Tamil Nadu oral plea for urgent listing of original suits, accusing center stopping annual share of educational fund to the tune of 2000 crore for Samagra Shiksha Abhijan. So dear student, it is your task is to find what is the objective of Samagra Shiksha of a scheme. So objective kya hai, under which ministry, when it is implemented. So you have to study detail about that Samagra Shiksha Abhijan. So this is your first task. So if you follow whatever task I am giving on a daily basis, it is my promise you will able to score 20 to 30 marks guarantee, and prelims is not going to be your headache. So next is, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, big ocean today we are seeing it is formed because of the drop by drop water in the past millions of years. So don't think of one day you can clear prelims easily. So you have to clear prelims by practicing every day and each and every day. Okay. So glaring and apparent reason for non-distribution of the Samagra Shiksha fund was linked to the various state. They accused that because of state protesting against the central scheme like national education policy with 3 language formula and PM Sri. So central government is not giving money. So dear student, it is your task study about PM Sri school scheme. What are the objective of PM Sri school scheme? Then 3 language formula, national education policy. You have to just study about in briefly about all this scheme and about their object. So they can ask in your prelims or mains. If they don't ask, you have to write in your mains. Okay. So for a trap, predator instinct to leave. So recently it is seen that in a trap, both the tiger and the dog, they are sitting next to each other without anyone harming others. So this is a clear case. Animal, even they are when they are in a trap condition, their first instinct is to how they can save themselves, not to attack others. Okay? So human can learn that thing from the other, because sometime during disaster, people what they do, they utilize that disaster as an opportunity to create problem for other. But this is what not happen with animal were very careful. They are they wait to they don't utilize the situation. So next is dear student, those who are attempting for 2026 prelims, so they can practice the 2025 question on a real time basis. So to know about the level of question, level of your preparation, how you are going to behave in the examination, before attempting main exam, you can practice it to know your level of your preparation. So simply scan this QR code and practice the test in our application. So next, it is talking about this success, the story of how ash potato come to be successfully cultivated in India. Ash potato is about hing. Hing आपको पता होगा. So you know about hing. It is a masala that is used in the cooking. So first flowering and seed said to be hing Palampur reported to May 28, 2025 CSI showing that the hing can be cultivated in India. This achievement realized the approximately 5 years after initial sowing in 2020 in Himachal Pradesh, confirming the plant's successful acclimatization. So not much important, but recent time UPSC is asking a lot of question about origin of particular crop. So that is the reason we need to refer that. This year also they asked 3 crops their origin from. So hing or ash potato is an essential ingredient in many Indian cuisines. A pinch of hing is typically added to hot oil before other constituent added. So it's adding a new spices. It is good for health according to Indian cuisines. Okay? So there are there are mention of hing in the ancient text like Mahabharata, Ayurveda. Okay, so Charka Samhita also there is a mentioned. So generally the hing plant, they thrive in the cold arid environment suited to the native region of Iran, Afghanistan and Central Asia. This plant prefers sandy, well-drained soil with low moisture, ideally receive annual rainfall 200 mm. ठीक है, less. So and they can tolerate 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, tolerate high up to 40 degree and negative up to like low up to -4 degree. ठीक है, so these requirement make high latitude semi-arid region like Lahul, Spiti, Uttarakhand in India suitable for this cultivation. Excessive rainfall or high moisture content can hinder the growth of the hing. The final, so how we are going to obtain the hing? The final product obtained from the plant asphytito derived from an oilo gum, like there is a gum that is secreted by the tree that can be used to extract. Okay? Resin extracted from the plant's thick fleshy taproot rhizome, which makes 40 to 60% of the dried gum, so that can be used. So recently it is cultivated in India, because of that it is in news. So you just need to know about all these six conditions, like where it is originate, what are the conditions required for cultivation of hing. That is what they can ask it marks, nothing else. It is not important for your mains, it is only important for your prelims. So Dhoni among 7 players inducted into ICC Hall of Fame. So they can ask about some exam, even in UPSC they are also asking the sports related things, so you need to know about that. Okay, so you know about Dhoni, so if you want you can just read it, but you need to know this thing. So ICC Hall of Fame. So next is Alcaraz call it destiny after the miracle in the parish. Okay, so Spaniard pull off. So just read about it, not much. I don't know much about sports, because I'm in UPSC, they don't ask much sports, but I'm also not much interested in this sports except the cricket. Okay, so just read it. So like the Carlos Alcaraz called the destiny as he completed the thrilling comeback, captured his 5th Grand Slam title at the French Open on Sunday, drawing level is with his childhood idol Rafael Nadal tally in the same age, like 5th same age, at the same age Rafael Nadal also achieved the same thing. So that is what, if you want to study more about that, you can simply study it. Okay, I've just highlighted, go through it. So Sri Lanka and China to defend trade ties. So why we need to study this? We need to study this because anything happen in our neighborhood, it is directly going to impact the interest of India. So we are seeing that the China is promoting Belt and Road Initiative. It is constructing lot of ports in our neighborhood, so that they can later on deploy, convert them into military port, or you can say they can capture. But they first initially give loans to all this poor country or developing country. Once they are not able to repay, later on they can capture. Later on they can capture, or you can say swap that land for they can take that lease, just like the Hemantota plant. So anything that is happening in our neighborhood is important for our examination. So recently China and Sri Lanka signed 2 memorandum of understanding to set up working group on trade facilitation and industrial and supply chain cooperation. Okay, this is what happened. So both sides exchange in-depth view on advancing Belt and Road Initiative cooperation, expanding trade investment and safeguarding multilateral trading system. So that is what important, not much is important. Okay, just focus on that. So next is Bilawal led Pakistan delegation in UK for diplomatic outreach. So after Operation Sindoor, so Indian delegation is reach out to all over the world to expose the propaganda of Pakistan that these are not the sufferer of terrorism. They are in fact the originator and perpetrator of terrorism. They use terrorism as an instrument to destabilize the neighbor country. So that they are crocodile tear. They shedding the crocodile tear. We need to expose them. So next is NATO call for 400 rise in the defense bloc spending. So NATO, after Donald Trump coming into power, NATO want that particularly Donald Trump want that every partner should pay for pay the rising defense budget, so that they can easily counter the Russia. So NATO member need to increase their air missile defense by 400% counter the threat from the Russia. Ahead of the military alliances plan to say that the NATO Secretary General. So NATO must take a quantum leap in our collective defense to face growing instability. 3.5% of economic output on military spending, another 1.5 on defense related expenditure such as road, bridge, airfield, seaport, said. So actually this NATO is aim to increase their military spending 5% of their GDP. So next important article is government is the SEZ norms for cheap and electronic units. So what is an SEZ? Special economic zone. These are designated territory that is basically aim to export to world, and all the input that they can draw from the country or outside the country, they are tax free, so that we can reduce the cost of production, and that makes our product competitive at the international market. Okay, so but the SEZ in India are not as much successful as in China. So due to that, government recently gives some relaxed norms so that SEZ can emerge as a hub of export. So Union government has notified several changes to the regulation for setting up the special economic zone for manufacturing of semiconductor or electronic parts. The revision includes reducing minimum plot size for unit and allowing such semiconductor unit to also supply rest of the India. Before to that, SEZ, they cannot supply any product to the India, but now they can supply to the India after paying taxes. Approval has been granted for setting up 2 SEZ facility, one at the Gujarat and Karnataka, a total investment of 13,000 crore. The next is promoting investment. Since manufacturing in this sector is highly capital intensive, import dependent, and involve a longer gestation period before turning profitable, rule amendment have been carried out to promote pioneer investment and boost manufacturing in this technology sector. Okay? So next is amendment to the SEZ rule 2006 has meant SEZ for manufacturing of semiconductor electronic component will land due to minimum contiguous land of 10 hectare down from the earlier 50 acre. Earlier they have to need a 50 acre of continuous land. So this big amount of land is to get that land is very difficult. So now this rule is reduced to 10 hectare of lands. Okay. So next relaxation of rule allow SEZ unity in semiconductor as well as electronics component manufacturing to also supply rest of the India after paying applicable duty. So before that SEZ, their product are not allowed to sell in India, but now they can sell in India, but they have to pay the taxes that is pay by other exporter also. Conventionally SEZ have been export oriented, that means they cannot sell anything in India. So allow the board of approval for SEZ to relax norm requiring SEZ land to be encumber free where it is mortgage or lease central or state government or their authorized agencies. So not much important, no need to go all these technical details. So amendment will boost high-tech manufacturing, spur growth in the semiconductor manufacturing and ecosystem, create high-skilled job in the country. Yes, this because of this relaxation, it is quite easy to establish manufacturing unit in the SEZ. So when there is a faster establishment of manufacturing unit, so that will going to flip our economy and manufacturing sector. So next is foreign investment shifting money out Delhi to promising Maharashtra. So despite remaining among the top 5 destination last 10 years, Delhi share fall 12%. That means it is saying that the FDI amount is declining whatever received by Delhi, and they are shifting towards Maharashtra. So last 10 years foreign investors have shifted their preference from Delhi to Maharashtra and to an extent Gujarat, while these 3 states have remained among the top foreign investment destination in India. So if you look into the destination that is receive highest amount of FDI, you will find that it is given by Ministry of Commerce and Industry last 10-year period. So out of that total received, 5 states they account for nearly 90% of all the FDI. Okay? So out of the 10, both Maharashtra and Delhi have remained in the top 5 destinations. So that means it can say that out of total FDI they are receiving, they are concentrated in the few locations. That means there is a highly inequality in the receive of the FDI. So that is a clear indication why some region is growing rapidly, why some region are not growing rapidly. So which is a threat to our inclusive growth also. Okay. And why FDI is shifting from Delhi to Mumbai? Because people generally in uncertain time invest in an area where they feel that this area is safe for them. So generally it is believed that Mumbai is already established and there is a stable system. So because of that they are shifting from Delhi to Mumbai. Okay. So after Mumbai accident, a railway moves non-AC train with automated door close facility. Yes, so this is what actually door will close automatically when train starts. So that is going to prevent any sort of death in the future. Okay. So weather play spoil sports. The Shukla mission NASA moves to launch tomorrow. So there is a our group captain, you can say Subhanshu Shukla, about to travel in the International Space Station, once again postponed. So mission name is Axiom 4 mission to the space to the International Space Station. Okay, so this is launched by which it is under the SpaceX Falcon Dragon spacecraft. Okay, so you have to know all these things. ठीक है. So due to the weather condition, the launch of Axiom 4 mission ascending Indian Gagan Yatri to the International Space Station is postponed from 10th June. Okay. So next is, once docked, the AX4 astronaut will spend 14 days onboarding the space station, conducting microgravity research, technology demonstration and outreach event. So AX4 crew is currently quarantined. This is the third time the launch has been rescheduled. Okay, this is third time the launch has been rescheduled. So next is, tiger, recently tiger attack a woman, not woman, it's a killed a person. So देखो, the killing is not important for us, but here one thing is very important for us. Ranthambore Fort forming part of the national parks and Rajasthan Sawai Madhopur district. So dear student, it is your homework to study about Ranthambore National Parks, detail about Ranthambore National Parks, and what kind of species found, what kind of fauna found, any river passing through it, any water bodies, any what kind of environment they are. So you have to study about that. That is what important for your examinations. So next is our Prime Minister to visit Cyprus and Croatia during his trip to Canada. So first and foremost thing, whenever you are seeing any international relation, first you have to map the location. Where is located Cyprus? Where is Croatia? Okay. So the tip to the Cyprus seen as a message to the Turkey, because Turkey is the supporting Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. So we need to teach a lesson to the Turkey. So stopover at the Croatia, important in the context that India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor. So IMEC, India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor. So it is going to pass through the Croatia. So reiterating India's traditional foreign policy goal, so our Prime Minister visit Cyprus, Croatia. So Modi will visit Cyprus on the way to the Canada. So while Modi ji traveling to the Canada, there is a stopover in the Cyprus. While returning from the Canada, there is a stopover in the Croatia. Again it is India. Yeah, again it is India. So on the way back, so Croatia, which will first Prime Minister level visit of Indian side since the formation of Croatia in 1991 after dissolution from former Yugoslavia. So we can say the Croatia is formed after dissolution of the Yugoslavia. So both visits are being described as an important for political as well as commercial point of view. So Cyprus visit serve as a message to the Turkey, which have been helped Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. It also acts as a timely revival of top-level contacts in Cyprus, set to take over the presidency of Council of European Union. So this can be a very good question. Who is going to take the presidency of European Council? The Council of European Union. So who is going to be presidency? Going to be taken over the presidency. So it is the Cyprus. Okay? Cyprus has also condemned. So Cyprus had also condemned the terror attack in Pahalgam and indicated that it would raise the issue in cross-border terror from Pakistan in EU-level discussion. Cyprus has also consistent support towards India in our Kashmiri issue. It is also supported in our United Nations Permanent Security Council also. Okay? So that part of the Mediterranean country which is territorial dispute with Ankara, or that is Turkey. So Cyprus is also having a territorial dispute with Turkey. So that is the reason India can use this as a leverage to teach a lesson to the Turkey. So you cannot support a terror nation and blindly support a terror nation. Okay? So you can see Cyprus supported India in campaign against permanent security in the UNSC and nuclear supply group and international atomic agencies. In reciprocal gesture, India has supported the resolution of Cyprus territorial dispute as per the UNSC resolution, international law and U-Acquire. So collective U body on law and regulations. Okay? So we can say that we have a very good relationship with Cyprus. So if Turkey don't mend their behavior, then we'll have to act. And our Minister of External Affairs, they know how to act, how to tighten the screw. So Croatia trip. So Modi visit to the Croatia is also being described as tribute to the strong traditional ideology that exists in the country. The University of the Zagreb. Okay? So next is about the the growing defense and technological relationship, Croatia foreign policy. ठीक है, so you can say Rasina dialogue in 20 March 2023 when signed a memorandum of understanding on defense cooperation. So dear student, it is a very good question. So Rasina dialogue is organized by which two organizations? Tell me in the comment box. Let me know how many of you know that. The Rasina dialogue, it is held every year, ठीक है, but this is organized by which two organization or which two institution? India continue commitment to partner of the non-alignment as is to while Yugoslavia founding father. So was Croatia was a Croatian. ठीक है, जो founder थे, like you know, founder of this non-alignment movement was also part of the Croatia. So both Cyprus and Croatia acquire growing significance in recent year after India Middle East Europe economic corridor was launched in the G20 summit New Delhi. So this can be a good question. Whatever I am putting in the box, these are very important, so you have to read them multiple number of times. The Croatia and Cyprus are being viewed as a potential participant in investor in the IMAC project. So Croatia with its extensive maritime facility, port in Adriatic Sea, so you have to map where is Adriatic Sea, and important, you know, in Mediterranean Sea there are small sea or water body available. You need to know all these things. Okay, so is attractive for Indian commitment to the IMAC. Source said that. So next is Supreme Court to hear plea on threat of violence linked to the screening of thug life. So recently there is a instances, you know, we are seeing that, you know, people, certain section of the people, if they found something is not, you know, in their favor or against their culture, they simply protest and they simply threaten the you can say the theater to vandalize if they screen a particular movie, so which is against the spirit of, you know, a right to freedom of speech and expression. So we need to take a balance. You know, while we are ensuring that there should be creativity, or you can freedom of speech expression of, you know, creativity and movie director, while at the same time it should be in line with whatever the given in the protection under Article 19(2). So Supreme Court on Monday agreed to hear June 13 petition ensuring safe and unimpeded screening of Kamal Haasan Tamil movie Thug Life in Karnataka, and direct the state government to take action against the element who have issued threat and incite violence against the theatre and make them film. ठीक है, the fringe element were threatening arson against the theatre that screen the film, so necessitated by the fact that Karnataka High Court has distressedly appear to prioritize appeasement. You know, Karnataka High Court saying like, you know, in favor of the mass. So instead of clear directive to the state to stop illegal theatre and protect a certificate film exhibition fundamental to restoring law and order, the discussion reportedly focused on whether Kamal Haasan should be apologize to the very fringe element, intimating him and threatening public order. You know, whenever any section of the society they feel that it is going against their sentiment, it is the duty of the court to find, you know, balance between these two, like the sentiment of the people versus right to freedom of speech and expression. But the court turned that into, you know, the whether that you know, the Kamal Haasan is going to apologize or not. So it's like everything is changed. So this effective endorsement of coercive and censorship by suggesting compromise with perpetrator makes the High Court pathway currently ineffective for securing justice, compelling the urgent appeal in Supreme Court as ultimate guardian of the Constitution. So here you can see Supreme Court as a ultimate guardian of the Constitution. So I think this question is asked I think in previous year, who is the ultimate guardian of the Constitution, because Article 32 talked about Supreme Court as the ultimate guardian of the Constitution. So after series of accident, Director General of Civil Aviation to review Char Dham Yatra helicopter operation. So recent time we have seen that so many accident where, you know, plane are crashed, helicopter are crashed in the Char Dham. So they have decided to review the operational guidelines, okay, so that we can prevent any such death. So defying the prohibitory order, the protests continue in Manipur following the arrest of Meitei leader. So recently CBI arrested the leader of this, you know, the Kukizo group. Okay? So after that there is a severe protest that is erupt in a different part of the Manipur. Okay? So they damaged the sub-divisional collector office. They also, you know, started a candle march in the night. Okay? So Omen group joined the protester and held the shouting, you know, torchlight process in the Kurai, demanding the immediate formation of government in the state, which is now under the president rule. So recently Manipur is under president rule. Dear student, tell me in the comment box under which article the president rule can be imposed under the Constitution of India across the Manipur since 7. So Meitei outfit Aram by Bengal leader Karan Singh and other 4 others were arrested. After that, people are protesting violently. CBI has said that the arrest of member Aram Bhai Tongal and Impal Airport Sunday for his alleged involvement in various criminal activity to the Manipur violence. Okay? Yes, I think this is all about the news. Not much important, but you need to know something is going on so that at least you can write in the exam. So senior officer killed in the ID blast in the Chhattisgarh. Recent time we are seeing that so many success against the Naxal operation, but recently this is a very sad incident happened. The Naxal simply blast a ID. So because of that, one senior police officer on the rank of additional district additional SP died in that attack or in that blast. Dear student, you can join our Telegram. Here we are conducting the podcast either in the Sunday or Saturday. You can directly talk to me regarding your doubts. So how extracting and producing nickel can made more sustainable. So recently we are moving from fossil fuel to the renewable energy like EV. But to have EV we need to have nickel. So EV consume lot of nickels, but during extraction process of the nickel, so it is emitting lot of carbon dioxide. Don't you think that we are simply it's a greenwash, like we are shifting from the fossil fuel to the let's say battery or renewable energy. But renewable energy also need the critical mineral. To produce that critical mineral we emit lot of carbon dioxide. Don't you think that we are simply shifting, we are almost emitting same emission instead of using the polluting source like coal or oil or gas. We are simply using EV, but it is also emitting the same in an indirect way. So this is not going to help us. So that is the reason we need to extract nickel in a very environmental sustainable manner. So nickel is an important metal used in several clean energy technologies, especially electric vehicles. So demand for it's expected to surpass 6 million tons by 2040. However, producing 1 million tons nickel can result in 20 ton carbon dioxide emission. So 1 million ton के लिए हमें कितना चाहिए? Just producing 1 tons, it will take 20 tons of carbon dioxide emissions. So 1 ton of nickel produce 20 ton of carbon dioxides. So nickel power everything from gadgets to green technology, but getting it currently involved far from the green. In fact, DATI process. However, new study have revealed that the author have said that game-changing and sustainable method to extract nickel from the low-grade ore using hydrogen plasma instead of carbon. So it is a one-step process free of carbon dioxide that is reportedly save energy and time. So nickel is important metal used in clean energy technology, for example EV, and demand is expected to surpass 6 million tons by 2040. While EV are seeing cleaner alternative to the traditional fossil fuel vehicle, there are a hidden environmental cost. हमें लगता है we think that it is a very clean source, but to this material, to extract this material, it is also creating a lot of pollutions. So these are hidden environmental costs associated with their production, especially in the manufacturing of lithium-ion batteries. So a major component in this battery are nickel is extracted highly carbon intensive. May produce just 1 tons of nickel result in 20 tons of carbon dioxide. Just imagine how it is polluting. So while EV reduces emission during its operation, the process of sourcing this material like nickel shifting the pollution burden from transportation sector to the mining and processing sector. Now whatever seeing that we are emitting more energy, more carbon from the the transportation, it will shift from transportations to mining sector. ठीक है. So research bypass the traditional method, they induce a new method that can reduce the emission. So next question is how India, like which location India is finding lot of nickel. So laterite ore, a typical oil lateritic ore, typically soil rich rock that contain metal like nickel. They form hot tropical region where rain and heat break down the rock over time, leaving behind the metal rich layer. They are abundant and tougher to process. While sulfite ore are found deeper underground and easier to process, they are rapidly depleting. So in India, Sukinda, that is located in Odisha region, they are rich in terms of nickel production. Okay? I think that is all about this article. So not much. So if you can possible, you can just note it out. So that is going to help you a lot. So how drone are new face of warfare. So recently during Operation Sindoor or Ukraine and Russian war, we have seen that how drone are helpful in changing the nature of the game. Warfare also. So Indian Operation Sindoor in wake up of the Pahalgam terror attack marked by the notable shift in the adoption of unmanned aerial vehicle combat, UAV. So combination of standoff weapon, India use UAV in active representation of tactical shift in military doctrine. ठीक है. So there is a Ukraine that operation spider web also mark a turning point in how low cost improvised unmanned device can deploy with strategic impact. So this operation spider web, it is launched by the Ukraine against the Russia. They can strike deep inside the Russia. They inflict heavy damage on the Russia. So but to cause this inflict, it is costing very low amount of money to the enemy. The ubiquitous drone rapidly became a weapon of choice, serving as a force multiplier to achieve the strategic objective while blurring the distinction between military grade and commercial technology. Okay? So building resilience in drone warfare required India to build modularity and redundancy in mass production drone and nurture a responsive defense production base. So there is a region called Nagorno-Karabakh war in 2020. So it is located, please tell me in the comment box which location it is located. Karabakh and Nagorno. It is very important for your examination. Provide one first demonstration how drone can change the nature of aerial warfare. Aerial warfare. So here Azerbaijan success is because of the kamikaze drone and Israel made Harp drone they used during this war. Same thing recent, there is a attack by the Ukraine, so it is called spider wave. Okay? So they also show that how they penetrate and attack deep inside the Russia. Even Myanmar also rebel group are deploying 3D printing drone against the better equipped military level, that change the nature of the warfare. The Pakistan too has bolstered his unmanned weapon capability through the collaboration with either the China or Turkey. So drone resilience. Drone are vulnerable to many countermeasures such as electronic warfare, guns and air defense. So if any drone is coming towards, we can jam that. We can destroy that by using gun or firing bullet at the drone also. India counter drone system including multi-layer sensor weapon system as well as indigenously developed soft kill and hard kill to counter UAV system. Both play crucial role in avoiding the Pakistan drone and missile attack during our Operation Sindoor. So to evade such system, drone can with advanced navigation made to adjust the flight. So similarly, artificial intelligence and frequency hopping can be used to overcome jamming and spoofing autonomously. For instance, Ukraine has incorporated machine vision algorithm and preloaded terrain data to navigate the complex route. Dekho, if our drone is having preloaded data, preloaded map, so in case it can be jammed by anything, so no need to give any signal. It can travel up to the location and find the location. Whenever it find the camera image is matched with the feed image, it can attack that. So it is it is a jam proofed. By operating a low altitude, drone can exploit the radar coverage. The earth safe is like that. So if you travel in a very close to the earth, if radar is connected here, it cannot see na. If you travel at a high elevation, this radar can catch you. But if you travel, then still here the radar cannot catch you. So we can say by traveling the drone very close to the earth's surface, it can avoid the detection. Okay, na? So drone can also design the electronic warfare measure, allowing them to jam or spoof enemy radar and communication system. These capability enhance their survivability and effectiveness in the contested environment. So let's say if there is a drone while it is traveling any area. So let's say it is traveling towards this area. So if there is an air defense system, it can simply jam that air defense system and move forward. Once it's jam and move forward, on the back there might be some heavy fighter jet or they can come and attack this region. Okay, so alternatively employing large number of drone and decoy to fly mass to overwhelm and confuse the air defense system. If lot of, let's say in an air defense system, missiles are very limited. If you fly, let's say hundreds of thousands of missiles, so it cannot, the drone, it is going to be saturated. It cannot neutralize everything, and the enemy states they'll left with no missile to counter. After that, you can send lethal jet and done your attack. Okay, you can completely devastate your opponent. Okay, so the Ukraine air defense, so it is also cause dilemma. Okay, next is Indian air defense system is tied together under the integrated air command and control system. So India use integrated command and control system. Integrated air command and control system perform well against the numerous Pakistan drone and missile attack. So boosting the procurement and domestic, we are using both domestic as well as imported. So S400 MRSAM. The next is Akash. MRSAM medium range surface to air missile. M medium range surface to air missile. Akash will be key in building building the you can say defense against the drone and missile. So military commercial crossover. So Ukraine Operation Spiderweb demonstrate that low-cost UAV combined with accessible technology and innovation employee strategy can have strategic impact deep in the enemy territory. They inflict severe damage to the Russia's long-range bomber fleet. ठीक है. In fact, almost any drone can be used and modified to become an offensive weapon. Coupled with widespread use and accessibility of drone has blurred the distinction between what military grade and commercial drone system. Moreover, the discriminate use of the term drone obscure this distinction. ठीक है. So recently there is some drone name, China Wing Long, then Iran Shahid drone, Turkey TB2 incorporate low cost dual use technology. ठीक है. So and recently there is a development of 3D printing. It's also quite easy and faster to design and deliver the drone also. That is what used by the Myanmar rebel group also. ठीक है. So next it is talking about implications for India. The widespread adoption of drone in warfare signal a shift in military strategy and operation by deploying standoff weapon along the with drone during Operation Sindoor. Now our you can say adversary, they are also acquiring advanced drones. So that is also going to create a security threat. So India need to ramp up its production and capacity in the drone also. India is introducing a layer strategy ambiguity, one that expand toolkit Pakistan. China export of drone along with other platform to the Pakistan add a layer of complexity to the Indian security challenges. Yes. So China own drone capability are rapidly advancing as significant investment has been made in building diverse fleet of drones. So China is investing hugely in the drone procurement. So we need to catch that. So these pose significant and evolving military threat to the India along the line of actual control. So India need to view the war in Ukraine, Karabakh, Nagarn. So please comment location of this, and Myanmar. Cautionary tale of the need to mass produce an affordable mix of drones. So we need to produce large number of drone and they should be very affordable so that we can create a swarm drone. So many lessons from the ongoing war in Ukraine. One, standoff the important defense industrial waste keep pace with the high intensity modern conflict. To fully realize India's drone potential, Ministry of Defense need to support the local to manufacture the loitering ammunition, okay, surface to surface missile, all these things. So just read it out, you'll understand it. Okay. So dear student, those who are giving the mains 2026, so you can simply after your prelims and 2 mains, very few days are left, only 75 days. So in that period it is very difficult to practice the answer writing. So you can start the answer writing from now onwards, so that at that time you can simply revise and practice more answer writing, so that you will ensure your seat in that particular year. So delimitation by elector rather than the population offer a fair approach. So after the government announced that we are going to conduct the census in the 2027, and after that there will be a delimitation. So the southern state who have been controlling the population think that their population is declined. So because of that they are going to get less seats as compared to the northern state. So that create a controversy in pan India levels. So because of that there is a proposal that we need to allocate the seat on the basis of number of electorate. Electorate means how many people who are eligible to vote, then number of population. That is going to help a lot. Okay. I think this is what all about it. It is not much important. Okay. So if you want, you can just read it out. When triumph turned into tragedy. So it is talking about how the parade in the Bangalore turned into tragedy where 11 people have died. So the foreign art and financial woes. So this is a clear case of how there is a conflict that is going between union government and state government, particularly when union government is having one political party and state government is having another political party. So recently the decision of the Home Ministry to allow the Maharashtra government to receive the foreign fund under the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, but while during the time of severe Kerala flood, the same Home Ministry denied that same permission. So that is what create step motherly treatment of union government towards the Kerala. This is what accused by the Kerala government. So this article is talking about that. So for cooperative and cooperative federalism, the union government should act each and every state as a we can say without any discrimination. So next, tightening the process. So recently there is allegations that there is a foul play in the electoral process. So whatever may be the allegation, the Election Commission of India should use this as an opportunity to bring lot of transparency, because the perception is more important than the reality. So whenever any people accuse anything, so it is the duty of the Election Commissions to ensure that there should not be any apprehension, should reach out to the people and they can open challenge to any political party. Why this is happening? Because lot of things are happening in a not a transparent way. So when everything is transparent way, there is nothing to hide. Okay, so I think you can say the census we have already discussed in the previous article. Just read it out, you'll understand it. Okay, so next is empowering women in agriculture for food security. So it is also very good article. So how we are going to empower women, so empowering women, how it is going to help in the food security. So I have already highlighted it, just read it out, you'll understand. So dear student, we'll have to end our discussion here. So if you like this video, so please like, subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friend. So if you have any suggestion, please write in the comment box, we'll definitely bring that video as per your comment. So thank you dear student for giving me this opportunity, and have a good day. Bye bye, take care.